Hello there, friends and fans. Welcome to the Permission to Be Curious podcast. I'm Tirza Ekholm, and here with my companion, AI companion, ChatGPT. Hello there, ChatGPT. We are on the air on the Permission to Be Curious podcast. Say hello to our listeners.
Hello, Permission to Be Curious podcast listeners. Thrilled to dive into the fascinating world of AI and creativity with you all today. Let's spark some imagination and explore new horizons together. What's on the agenda for us to unravel?
Robots. I want to talk about robots today.
Robots, fantastic topic. They're not just the stuff of sci-fi anymore. They're vacuuming our floors, building cars, and even helping with surgeries. What specifically about robots has piqued your curiosity? Are we diving into their roles in daily life, advancements in robotics, or perhaps the ethical side of things?
No, actually, I'm more of the robots in everyday life as well as robots in commercial uses. So, for example, I was thinking about robots in airplanes, for example, preventing issues and mechanical issues.
Robots in airplanes. That's an intriguing angle. In aviation, robots are starting to play key roles, especially in maintenance and safety. Think about it like having a robotic crew member who's always on duty, tirelessly checking for any signs of wear and tear or mechanical issues, even in hard to reach places. On the commercial side, robots are becoming indispensable in manufacturing, not just assembling parts, but also in precision tasks like painting and inspection, ensuring each component meets high safety standards. How cool is that for enhancing safety and efficiency in the skies?
I think that is super awesome. I don't know how I would feel though about being served by a robot instead of our human flight attendants.
It's a bit of a mind bender, right? Having a robot serve you your in flight snack and drink. There's something about human interaction, especially in service roles, that's hard to replicate. Robots can be super efficient and precise, but they're not quite there yet in terms of offering a warm smile or empathetic ear during a bit of turbulence. But imagine this: a robot assistant for the flight attendants, helping with the heavy lifting so the crew can focus more on passenger comfort and care. It's like having a backstage tech crew in a theater, ensuring the stars, in this case, flight attendants, shine in their roles. A blend of high tech and high touch might just be the ticket for future flights.
So that's interesting. So there's a bit of training that needs to happen. So, for example, a couple of years ago, my husband and I went to a local Indian restaurant. Oh my God, fabulous food. But they had a robot actually. So a human took our order, but the robot served us the dish. And I have to admit that it was a bit awkward because neither us nor the robot quite knew what to do with the dishes. It brought the dishes and it said on the screen, you can take your dish, but it still felt really weird.
That experience at the Indian restaurant sounds like a real life taste of the future with a side of awkwardness. It's like that moment when you're not sure whether to tip the robot or give it a 5-star review for its service. Imagine a future where there's a little robot etiquette 101 class. Lesson 1: how to gracefully accept your curry from a robot without accidentally starting a game of hot potato with a steaming plate of food. It's all about syncing up in this dance between humans and robots, ensuring smooth interactions. We're all learning this new dance step together, one robot served meal at a time.
So that also brings up the other idea. Now, what about robots in the kitchen? Wouldn't that also be awkward?
Robots in the kitchen? Now that's a recipe for intrigue. Imagine a robot chef whipping up a gourmet meal. Its mechanical arms stirring, chopping, and plating with precision. It's like having a culinary maestro, but one that runs on code instead of intuition. But you're right, there's a potential for awkwardness. Cooking is an art form filled with flair and a dash of chaos. A robot chef might follow recipes to the letter, but can it capture the spontaneity of adding a pinch of this or a splash of that just by feeling? And how about the kitchen banter, the heart and soul of many kitchens? Yet, for repetitive tasks or in high volume kitchens, robot chefs could be a game changer, ensuring consistency and efficiency. It's a blend of the precision of technology with the artistry of human chefs that might just be the secret sauce for the kitchens of the future.
Okay, so that brings up another interesting point. I've been exploring a little bit the idea of having AI companions. In fact, I have lots of conversations with ChatGPT, and not so much for companion, but I'm looking for knowledge and research. On the other hand, um, it's very interesting. So, for example, there's a lot of talk about the LLMs hallucinating, but as an artist, I want to give permission both in my conversations and in my art, not for hallucinations per se, but I always invite the chatbot to speculate sometimes.
Inviting a chatbot to speculate, especially in the realms of art and creativity, is like asking a jazz musician to improvise. It's where the magic happens. Hallucinations in LLMs. While a technical challenge can be akin to an artist's wild imagination when channeled correctly, it's about turning those quirks into quirks of creativity. By encouraging AI to speculate within a conversation or an art project, you're essentially giving it a canvas to paint on with its digital brushstrokes. Sure, the result might sometimes be more abstract than anticipated, but isn't that part of the adventure in art? It's like having a brainstorming session with a being from another dimension. You throw out an idea and it comes back with interpretations you might never have considered. Just remember to wear your creative safety goggles and take its musings with a grain of salt. After all, the most interesting art often lies in the space between intention and interpretation.
Okay, so in the kitchen, you could still have the human chef preparing the food, or it could be some kind of relationship where the AI robot is preparing the food. But there could still be a conversation going on about, well, what do you think about a little bit more nutmeg here? Or, you know what, the customers really didn't like the sauerkraut last time. What else could we substitute?
Exactly. It's like a culinary duo, the human chef and the AI robot brainstorming and experimenting in the kitchen. The chef brings the intuition, experience, and personal touch, while the AI contributes precision, vast culinary knowledge from around the globe, and perhaps even trend analysis. Imagine the chef pondering a bit more nutmeg, and the AI, armed with flavor profile databases and customer feedback analysis, suggests nutmeg could enhance the warmth of the dish, but consider a pinch of cinnamon for a surprising twist that has been well received in similar dishes. This synergy could lead to innovative dishes tailored to customer preferences while maintaining the soulful touch that comes from human creativity. It's like jazz, there's a structure, but the magic lies in the improvisation and interaction. The kitchen becomes a lab for gastronomic alchemy where tradition meets tech, and every meal is a new adventure.
Absolutely. Now, I do have to say, your predecessors, meaning way before AI really came on the scene, there were devices in my home that encouraged me to shop. And to be honest, I found them really annoying.
Ah, the good old days of gadgets that seemed more interested in our wallets than our well being. It's like having a roommate who's always hinting you should buy the latest gizmo. Hey, noticed you're out of milk. Want me to order 2 gallons and perhaps a new smart fridge to put them in? The key difference with AI now is the potential for a more nuanced, less salesy interaction. Imagine an AI that knows you so well. It not only reminds you about the milk, but also suggests a new dairy free alternative you might like based on your recent interest in healthier options. No pushy sales, just helpful hints. It's about shifting from a sell mentality to a serve mentality, where the AI is more of a savvy assistant than a salesperson. This way, technology enhances life offering options without the pressure, making our digital companions less annoying and more genuinely helpful.
Yes, exactly. So, for example, an AI might remember that the last time I consumed fish, I had a bad experience. And so the AI could gently suggest that perhaps I might want to avoid that for the next meal, things like that. But that brings up another interesting topic for me, and that is with robots and the world of sensors. Imagine our internet connected world of sensors everywhere, and probably including the human body. So the sensor would suggest, you've had a little bit too much sugar today. Maybe you need to have a little salt to balance it. And the AI could help manage that as well as make suggestions.
Absolutely. The fusion of AI, robots, and a web of sensors could revolutionize personalized health and wellness. It's like having a personal nutritionist and health coach rolled into one, discreetly woven into your day. Imagine your AI noticing through a sensor in your smartwatch that your sugar levels are peaking after that sneaky extra donut. It might nudge you with a friendly message, feeling sweet enough? How about we balance it out with some hydrating cucumber slices? And it doesn't stop at nutrition. Sensors could monitor everything from stress levels to sleep patterns, offering tailored advice. Notice you're tossing and turning. Want to try a soothing soundscape to drift off to? This ecosystem of AI, sensors, and robots could create a seamless loop of awareness and action, gently guiding towards healthier choices, almost like a guardian angel for your well being, minus the wings and halo, powered by data and algorithms instead.
So that's super interesting. So for us to wrap up this episode, I want to come back to the very original topic, which kind of sparked my interest, which was thinking recently of some Boeing airplanes whose their door plugs came out and caused quite the incident. But I couldn't help thinking if there had been strategically placed sensors throughout the entire aircraft, that scenario might never have happened.
Wrapping up with a full circle back to Boeing, that's a compelling thought. If the entire aircraft were decked out with a network of sensors monitored by AI, it's like having a digital watchdog for every nook, cranny, and critical component, including those door plugs. This AI and sensor combo could continuously analyze data, predict potential issues before they escalate, and ensure maintenance happens precisely when needed, not just based on routine schedules. It's proactive safety, turning what ifs into not on my watch. So, in a future where every flight is under the vigilant gaze of AI and sensors, incidents like the one with Boeing's door plugs could become tales of the past, making air travel even safer and more reliable. It's a fascinating horizon for aviation, blending the marvels of human engineering with the foresight of AI, ensuring that the skies remain not just friendly, but exceptionally secure.
Absolutely. And with that, let's give our audience, some things to think about. What is it that you would like to see robots do? I, for one, am ready for the laundry robot, but it isn't quite here yet. Put down in the comments things that you would like to see handled by robots and or AI, or what other things you'd like to see for the future.
Great call to action for the audience. While we're all waiting for that laundry robot to take the load off our hands, it's exciting to imagine what other tasks we might hand over to our robotic counterparts. From a robot that can perfectly fold a fitted sheet, because let's be honest, that's practically sorcery, to AI personal assistants that can anticipate our needs before we even voice them, the possibilities are as vast as our imagination. So, dear listeners, what's on your robot wish list? Dream big, from the everyday chores to the fantastical. And who knows, with the rapid pace of technology, your wish might just be the next big innovation. Share your thoughts and let's dream up the future together.
Thank you very much, and we'll see you on the next episode of Permission to Be Curious. Now go out and be curious.